it's okay if you don't have to do it alone.
Mm-hmm.
And it's okay to admit that and not to feel guilty about
Yes.
that.
Uh-huh.
I don't intend to teach my children, geometry and algebra 2, honestly. I don't. I mean, I could probably if I really worked at it, but
Mm-hmm.
I probably won't. And
Mm-hmm.
so, and then, and also look at what kind of help is actually helpful because, saying, oh, well, I could
Oh,
send them to
that's
a cottage school
great.
2 days a week. But like if it's a
Mm-hmm.
cottage school that's a really rigorous program and then you're working, 5 days a week for 12 hours a day to get the work done, that's not helpful.
Right, exactly. Yeah, you need that
Um,
margin, and your kids do too. Mm-hmm.
or if you're in a situation where the child is really not getting along well with the other students that are there or something like that, that's not helpful either. Or
Yes.
if you have a judgmental tutor, I mean, there are things like that. If it's not
Mm-hmm.
helpful, then it's not helpful. So,
Right.
don't try to
Mm-hmm.
do something that is going to make your life harder. That wouldn't be, but we do a lot of times, I think.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Um,
Well, because we're trying to live up to somebody else's standard. Oh, this worked for their
yes,
homeschool, so it must be something that's really good for my homeschool, and we
yes.
can't live in that
We,
box.
we got to live at God's standards, and God's standards are so much about the relational and about teaching. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, to me, at the end of the day, when I look at the Bible and I look at Deuteronomy 6 and I look at other passages, I say, you know what? If my child isn't a huge scholar, but loves God,
Mm-hmm.
knows his commands and follows his commands and serves his fellow man,
Yeah.
I have been successful. That's
You have. Yeah.
and so
Mm-hmm.
that's what's most important to me. But um, and then I think when we're looking at outsourcing, ask yourself why. Why do I want to outsource? And really get along with the
Oh,
Lord and
yeah.
ask Him.
Mm-hmm.
Because it could be that He doesn't want you to, but you just want to get it off your plate.
You're right. Exactly.
But it
Mm-hmm.
could be that you don't want to outsource something that you need to. So I think getting to at the heart
Mm-hmm.
of it and your motives. Why do I want to outsource or why do I not want to outsource? And just really get into those motives and seeing what your goals are for your child and how to best accomplish those.
Mm-hmm.
And it may require that you have to give up something, because it may
Yeah.
cost you money. But I think
Mm-hmm.
most parents are going to do what it takes. Maybe you can barter, or maybe you can
Yeah.
sell something, or whatever, or you can
Mm-hmm.
tutor somebody's kid in something so that you earn the money. Like I tutor kids, and
Right.
then I pay somebody else to do, for things for my kids. So
Right.
sometimes that
Yeah.
what happens. But I
Right. You
think,
only have so much time in a day, so you've got to
yeah,
figure out how that's all going to work out because you aren't going to be giving up sleep, which I hope you don't.
right. Because God's going to fit it into your schedule. He's not going to call you to homeschool and not make it work. He's not going to call you to do anything that you can't get into your schedule. But
Right.
I think the biggest question that I ask though is the worldview of the people that I'm outsourcing to, because it matters.
Oh, yeah.
When I send my
Mm-hmm.
kid to a program or something like that, and if they're hearing things that are going to conflict with the message that I want them to
Sure.
learn,
Right. Exactly.
it
Mm-hmm.
says in the Bible that a student will become like his teacher. And so I have
Mm-hmm.
to be really careful about that. Doesn't mean that they have to perfectly align with everything that I believe,
Right.
but if they're teaching something that is very different,
Mm-hmm.
then I want to be careful about
Right.
that and I want to question that.
Because you speak into that child's life. You don't
Mhm.
just like when I tutor math. I'm not just tutoring math. I'm empowering my who I'm tutoring, and make comments. Like this is a gift you have. You speak whatever you believe out, and everybody, whether they're a believer or not, they speak out truths or
Mhm.
lies. So that's a really good point. That
Right.
what you expose your children to, it has to fit in with your overall homeschooling goals.
Right.
And it's the same with curriculum. I mean, we do that more with curriculum than we do with outsourcing. So I'm glad you mentioned that because we don't often think, oh well, yeah, they're just going to spend an hour with this person every, 3 times a week. Well, that's a lot of time. That's a
Right.
lot of influence.
Exactly.